speed up here. Okay, we're switching away from that Rhino, but that Rhino is in that loadout, so Mulk might have a very large man up his sleeve, which is a nice trick.
Yeah, I'm interested to see Rhino and Kira being used this in this cup, and I think it's very likely, to be honest. We already saw PKD use it last cup.
Kira is so strong. Kira is so strong. I'm absolutely loving the Kira strats. So
I guarantee, yeah, we're gonna see lots of Kiras.
We're actually seeing that Rhino get pulled out already, but we have a major push coming on the building side. We've got Valk and crew kind of making their way. Sawbones and Fragger is a nice team up. It looks like Valk is actually going for the rear entry here. Mulk is going to be switching over to Fragger himself, but taken on down. But we should be seeing some action here on the objective pretty soon.
Icefelt's already going to get that plant, and he's actually planting for the MG nest, which means that we can expect the rest of Team Business now to maybe fall back towards the MG, or maybe just go for some spawn frags as the defenders.
Yeah, this is a really tough position now. They've got they've got the plant, and they've got a good defensive barrier. They almost had a full team wipe there, allowing them to kind of draw that line to the sand.
I was a little bit confused. It kind of looked like they managed to get the plant, kill everybody out, but they just stayed in really bad positions. That was very confusing. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication, but it's looking like the defenders may be able to get the opportunity to defuse here. That said, both players have gone to chase down the people that are underneath the bridge and have just ignored the plant.
Yeah, actually, the engineer for Team Finland was gibbed out at the longest possible spawn, but looks like he's going to get here and get it anyway.
Oh my lord.
So close.
Yeah.
That was too close for comfort, really. I was thinking, you know, if that Sawbones has a minute to be there or a second to be there, I mean, just tap it, give it a little bit of time. But we have another plant here already, and it looks like Arline's going to be setting up with Sawbones there. Ice is going to be there with his own turret, playing a little bit of defense. They've got the gate still open, in fact, but Ice is going to be getting that shut down to make sure that the defending players can only attack from one side.
Regardless of the actual mistake that they may have made after the first plant, it's undeniable that the pressure that Business are putting onto Team Finland is really impressive right now. They have not really been pushed out of the spot almost at all since they got here on the first spawn wave, and honestly, it's looking like this is a very good chance of blowing.
Ice's turret is certainly putting in the work. Everybody getting anywhere near that is getting taken on down.
Now it's interesting, like, they've cleared the objective, there's not enough time to defuse. Are they actually going to get a quick rotate? We've got Bitey and R-Line, which are probably the furthest up. No.
Now they're going to be able to spawn pretty quickly. That was a pretty clean break, all things considered.
Yeah, I think Team Finland lucked out on the timer there. They got a pretty good spawn in terms of when those gates were going to open, so they have plenty of time to set up.
And set up they shall here, but we already have Bitey and crew moving in very aggressively. Valk getting a really nasty angle on the train itself.
We've got Icefelt now walking in through the MG house. Going for a little bit of back rage. It doesn't look like he's actually going to be able to make anything happen here. He has got a medic with him. He's just going to likely hold up until there's one or two more picks. Most of the players are down for Team Finland. There's only one player up, it's a Fragger. This is the perfect time to move. If they're going to do anything, they're going to have to do it now. Icefelt is into the tracker cart, but it planted on MG side, which personally, I think that's kind of a bad decision.
Really? That's usually something I like to play a little bit with Bushwhacker, especially with that ideal turret positioning. But here they come. They're going to be going for the defuse. We have a defensive turret put up as well. We've got Juha going for the defuse, but we have some nades coming in. It's going to be at least pushing him off and, well, not quite killing him, but he's going to be a very soft target right now.
Yeah, Bocce just skipped past that turret right into the car and gets the engineer almost instantly.
Team Finland are having a very difficult time of this right now. We're actually going to be following from the proxy, who is trying to get an angle on any of the Team Business players, which are putting up a fairly good defense, but it just doesn't seem to want to commit. Don't get me wrong, it's going to be a very difficult fight if he wants to take it, but he does decide to fall back.
Juha is going to disarm it in front of their eyes. Oh, it's just almost in the nick of time.
Talk about getting lucky at the very last second.
And good timing on the spawn as well. That train took out a couple of the Business players, but we're going to be able to see a very quick move to the third and final objective here. Very quick times overall, especially on that second objective. Not a very long hold there at all, and this one I find to be even more difficult to hold down for 10 minutes. Jeez.
Yeah, well, now we're seeing that Rhino here, and you know, if you play it close with the Rhino, we might see some big plays coming out of there if you don't play it correctly.
But look where he's actually standing with the Rhino. He's going for long shots across the river to the other side where the MG house is. I don't know. I don't like this positioning at all.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not playing in the red brick room.
Yes.
You definitely, if you're playing Rhino, you want to get them as close as possible to you. And we've already got two business guys pushing up the bridge.
There's an airstrike in, which looks like it could do a little bit of damage. Unfortunately, it does miss. We're going to see Icefeld putting some shots onto Mulk. Decides to
Not
fall
entirely
back.
sure what they're waiting for. Valk and R-Line could push up right now if they wanted to. They've got nothing in their way.
They've got nothing really to wait for either. Neither of them are anywhere near the objective itself. They can't really get a pickup. They need to make this push and put some pressure on them.
Volk is pushing over the bridge, manages to take out TRC with R-Line, and now they're actually going to go for the spawn grenades. Are they going to be able to get any? He's still got another nade up, and boom! Nothing happens, but he does manage to take out Mulk with his... I'm not going to say Mulk. I'm not going to say that again. That is just too much.
Yeah, pace yourself. But we have the red brick room getting a little bit of a defensive line held here. But we have the objective actually stuck down behind the crate. It's right behind the crate.
Actually, Pave and Juha, I believe, were just cutting off the objective, holding red room this entire time.
At least until Bitey just whipped in, stole it right out of the room, and went back in through the middle. And it looks like they're going to be on it right now.
So right now we've got all 5 of Team Business on that objective point, managing to hold it really cleanly. Still, the revive comes out. Still 4 players on that point. They just need to deliver this now. The person that died out is probably in a better position now to bring the next objective up. They've taken the harder side of the objective to capture, and they're just holding Team Finland in spawn now with this vice-like grip. It's not looking good for Team Finland at all.
And that leaves Bitey to go get the second objective. He's already making his way back up the middle. Looks like the rest of business has been able to hold down the area long enough to just make this a walk-in. And there's the delivery. We're going to see a very quick time set here.
Wow. Wow. So that was Trainyard completed in around 7 minutes, I believe. That's a very good time for Trainyard, especially for all 3 objectives. I'm amazed. I kind of expected things to drag out a little bit longer. It just felt like after the first objective, which can really be taken in the first spawn wave or take a little bit longer, it did take a little bit longer. But after that, the next 3 objectives were almost perfect time-wise. I think Team Finland have got a very uphill battle if they want to be able to contest this time, and they're going to need to be able to take this first objective almost on the first spawn to actually give themselves a real viable chance.
Yeah, I imagine that if business minimized some of those mistakes or miscommunication there, they could have set an even faster time, probably by at least 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah. It's like that point where they didn't realize where the carryable was. Pave and Juha were still alive in that red building, so I think that it's going to be much bigger showing on defense for Team Business now.
Yeah.
Just because, all you got to do is focus on the killing. You don't have to worry about those pesky objectives.
I got to shine a little bit of a light on Bitey there. I mean, his nader play was very, very effective. It seemed that every time somebody was going to go either for a defuse or a balked off delivery, his nades were right on target.
Yeah, since the last cup when Bitey was playing nader, we've been seeing a lot more naders, I think, overall being used by teams.
So the engineer runs straight out of MG House, gets gibbed instantly. Luckily, does get an instant respawn, but already players are dropping thick and fast. And Bitey does get taken out. Maybe they can actually make a move on this. He's down for 13 seconds. He could probably be revived any second now. But the engineer is going around the back, and he goes round the back towards the spawn of Team Business.
Just cleared out the entire MG room, finished the last guy off with the revolver there.
It's gonna be a bit of a neutral reset there, actually. But we've actually still got Juha over here as Bushwhacker, able to take down a defending player over by the gate, leaving a bit of an open route for him to either go for the plant or even better, the closing of the gate. We've got a defensive Kira coming and not fast enough to keep the gate open.
The laser kills are coming.
Go on, get more, get more. Takes out Mulk as well. 2 players down from that Kira. I am actually surprised to see the Kira using what sounds like a BR16. I'm going to have to check that out myself. Yeah, I'm really liking Kira with the Drace right now. I just think it's got a little bit more of an effective range and it is very deadly. So I'll be interested to see if players are going to stick with the BR16. It definitely seems like the most popular choice. And to be honest, it just feels good to have Kira in a cup. So
we're going to see Valk with a big nade here. Oh, it just gets 1, but the damage follow-ups, easy Easy kills there. Yeah, I mean, I think the Drace is probably the best weapon choice for Kira, but I think it's also one that people are least comfortable using unless they've played with it for quite a while.
Yeah, it does take a little bit of time to get used to with that high recoil. The defenders, Baiti has managed to plant a C4 on the side generator, so that'll be opening up any minute now. We're down to 4 minutes and 45 seconds left. So Team Finland really needs to be able to pull out an amazing attack right now if they actually want to still have enough time to complete the other two objectives.
Oh, if they don't pull out too quick. I mean, Ice is still playing a very effective laser work here. I always found it somewhat amusing that it's a orbital laser that depends on line of sight from the operator on the ground. Game logic. But yeah, this is pretty much a full walking forward of the line, almost full team wipe.
You never know. We're actually seeing the defending Team Business getting a little bit aggressive now, start pushing out further towards the attacker's spawn, and you never know, like getting a little bit too confident can backfire really badly. So
now I gotta say, although we're watching this game right now, I really wish that we would have waited and watched Business play Initialize, because Initialize has just been getting absolutely ripped on the bracket placements. Like, they obviously are one of the people that you consider a contender, but just because of the ways matches they've been getting, they've actually been just gradually falling behind on points. And honestly, today I think we're going to see the winner of Initialize versus Business actually take Pom-Poms out. And Pom-Poms, I just feel like, has been just getting really lucky with their seedings, so they're going to have a challenge today.
Oh, totally. I think Pom-Poms, no offense to Pom-Poms whatsoever, have had kind of an easy ride in towards the semi-finals, or at least the quarter-finals in the past couple of cups. So, yeah, they're actually going to fight a much more difficult opponent much sooner this time. Right now, back onto this match. There's 3 minutes left. It looks like they've switched out the engineer to Judah, and they've got rid of the proxy. And it just doesn't look like they are confident in being able to push forward right now.
Yeah, I think it's hit the point in this match where it's full tilt. Business is just slowly closing their stranglehold on Team Finland, pushing them. You see Business moving forward further and further and further. And I mean, we do have, what is this, Juha trying to get some sneak plays with the engineer, but you know, you only got 2.5 minutes.
Because it looked for a second like he actually managed to evade everybody and not get seen, but that news tightens and he goes down. And he's going to be the first to break of many. Everybody's stuck back over here in the MG building.
Yeah, with only 2 minutes left, I mean, I honestly think that it would be, especially for these tournaments, a really nice feature to just have the map auto-end when there's physically not enough time to run and complete every objective. But I think we're closing in on the point where Business has sealed the deal.
Oh,
like the businessmen that they are.
It's certainly already gone past right now. So Business are going to be the ones which move forward to the round of 16, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah, Mulk getting an orbital laser called down directly on his head.
Just that last little bit of humiliation. And
yeah, but a very good showing out of Business here so far today. They, like you mentioned, played very tight on their attacking round. In fact, that second objective is one of the faster ones I've seen. And I don't want to take anything away from the Finns. They were playing fairly competently last week, but it was much the same against Team Fnatic there.
Honestly, when it comes to Team Business, they had kind of a rough bracket last week. Not last week, the week before, sorry, when I last casted them. And I have to be honest, like, the team for Team Business is one of the strongest individual lineups, I think, in the game currently. Baiti is just an amazing strat developer. He comes out with some crazy innovative ideas. We've got Volk, who's just very reliable as a fragger. We've got R-Line, who's got some of the best aim in the game. Bocce just plays medic non-stop and has done for over a full year now. And then Icefelt, again, just really versatile and an amazing medic as well. I got a feeling that Team Business are going to go far today. I think they've got the pedigree behind them, even if they haven't got the cohesion yet.
And they really need to, just because, you know, Business has only played one cup so far, and with the ways that the seeding points work, they really have to make it to the semifinals pretty much for the... Well, actually, I'm not entirely sure if it's even possible for them to get enough points to get into the final.
If they
I feel like I
win,
need to underline what you were saying about their fragging ability. I mean, they've been pushing this fight up to the relatively neutral territory of the river and still just out-shooting everybody on the Finn side.
I would be very surprised now if we don't see Team Business triple to quadruple the frag count of what we're going to see on Team Finland right now. That is just pure fragging capability. Never mind teamwork, never mind that pedigree of being able to play constantly. Just look at them kills. It was a game which was won on just out and out skill this time.
Yeah, indeed. So I'm curious what game we're going to watch next, because if there's nothing really worth watching